Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I am your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington, and tonight we are starting the first episode of Masu Pro Wrestling Season 2. You know what that means, folks? That means that everything is wiped clean. All the slates are wiped clean. And it's time for these professional athletes to go into the ring and attempt to make a name for themselves for Season 2. I mean, Dobby had some incredibly impressive matches last season, but none of that matters for him right now as he makes his way to the ring. This is going to be the start of an Icon Division Championship tournament to get us ready and going to see who will be the #1 contender for the Icon Division Champion. And neither of these two were able to capture an Icon Division Championship in their first season. But one was ever so close. He could taste it, feel it on the edge of his lips. It was Gaelic Angel. His hands too sweaty, slipping from the brass ring hung above him. Was unable to grab that. Him and Shane have had an off and on working relationship in Season 1, towards the end of Season 1, I should say, but we'll see if that moves on to Season 2, because it's a whole new game. Everybody's starting from a relatively neutral standpoint. Of course, some people will get favored more than others, as some are coming in as champions. We have TeaTheShiba, her first ever time as Idol Division champion. Won it on the very last show of MPW Season 1, finally achieving her goals. Can Angel achieve his goal, or Dobby achieve his goals of earning themselves a title shot and picking up their first ever Icon Division Championship? We're looking to see some new things this season, maybe some new attitudes, some new moves. We'll have to see. We're going to start off the first ever episode of Season 2 with Gaelic Angel versus Dobby. And now if I'm Angel, I got to feel a little bit confident in myself, you know. Angel had been kind of putting in work at the end of the first season, been doing very, very good for himself. Like I said, not being able to win out those big matches. So I'd feel good, you know, up against Dobby, someone who didn't really make a name for themselves in Season 1, was not able to pick up any championships. At least Angel picked up 2 openweight championships. But if I'm Dobby, I'm going to feel even more, like, I'm going to think Angel feels good. I'm going to feel even better because I am unpredictable. Dobby is truly the dark horse in MPW. Nobody really knows how to get a read on him. And so we're going to have to see if Angel can pick a read off of Dobby here, because Dobby has such an unorthodox style to him when it comes to wrestling, where a lot of people learn, you know, like jiu-jitsu, just grappling wrestling, like Greco-Roman. Dobby grew up in the streets, and he fights bare-knuckle fists. He is a brawler through and through, and so it's sort of, he has an unpredictable way. The things that Dobby does, it wasn't trained. He learned. It wasn't taught to him. It's through experiences in his life. Angel takes Dobby down onto the canvas with that one, and Angel is sort of picking up momentum. We saw Dobby have a lot of momentum coming in, but now we have Angel swinging the pendulum in his way. Referee was very out of position. Maybe it was a 2 count. Could have been even a 3 count potentially. Angel off the top, or off the middle rope. Springboard drop kick. And talk about unpredictability. Angel is certainly a unpredictable character, because you think that people have limits, right? You think, no way this person could do that, because it's too much of a risk, right? Angel doesn't think that way. Angel doesn't think with risk and reward. He only looks at the rewards. and goes for whatever he can. And as I say that, coming out of my mouth, Angel off the top, and risk and reward. Reward was not for Angel, cracking his ribs onto the concrete, maybe injuring himself in the first match. But I mean, Angel is a wrestler that I don't think can ever get injured, and I don't want to jinx him. Dobby mounts on top of Angel, and if you guys is the first ever wrestling match you've ever seen, the referee is counting the countouts, meaning if he gets to 10, the people on the outside of the ring, they're going to get disqualified. So both men are going to make their way back into the ring, and Dobby's going to take this opportunity to catch Angel off guard. Hip toss. Angel knee bar, not knee bar. Bounce him off the knee, and again, splash off the ropes. Oh, was maybe looking for a springboard, but thought against it. Tried to get into a better position. Expertly done by Angel. See, that is an expertly veteran style of Angel right there. It shows you how much he's learned. He goes, I can't, you know, make that shot perfect. I'm gonna rework it, but Dobby's back in it. Angel, oh, inverted suplex onto the floor. And Dobby is writhing in pain on the ground. My God. Taking your full frontal to the ground. Swing and a miss for Dobby. And Angel's going to take that opportunity to get back into the ring. Dobby quickly back, sending him right back over the top. And now Dobby says, anything you can do, I can do better. I think Dobby should have assessed that situation a little bit better. Went for the double axe handle, but absolutely nobody was home. Hurricane Rana onto the floor. Your front was being jealous of your back, so Angel fixed it for you, driving his tailbone and spine into the concrete on the outside. But Angel, of course, wants to win on the inside. 3 count. Taking his time to get back into the ring. Dobby lay prone on the floor. Could be the perfect shot. Perfect opportunity for a kill shot for Angel. Fall from grace, the first of the season. Angel goes for the pin in the center of the ring. Shoulders down. No, Dobby kicks out at 2. And Dobby is feeling the wear right now. It looked like the life was draining from his eyes. God's last gift. No, Dobby, Northern Lights reversal. Dobby keeping his chances alive. This, of course, is the first round of a #1 contenders tournament to determine the first ever Icon Division #1 contender for Season 2. And both of these men want this. Ooh, Dobby nearly catching Angel off guard, but Angel had it scouted. Sends Dobby in the corner, goes to catch his breath and forearm. Up top, ooh, that elbow, that could have dislocated Angel's elbow if he wasn't careful there. But careful is not a word in his vocabulary. Drop kick again off the ropes. That's been going good for you. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Single leg Boston Crab in the center. Dobby's got nowhere to go, and he can tap out. We can see the first ever submission victory of Season 1. I'd never seen Angel do a single leg Boston Crab in my life, and that is what Season 2 is all about. New moves, new people, new strategies. Dobby barely surviving it. Getting Angel into the corner, club to the back. What could Dobby be thinking? High risk, high reward. This is looking incredibly dangerous. Powerbomb off the top rope from Dobby to put away Angel. No. What is this opening match? They want to start their season off right, and they want to start their season off with a win DDT by Angel. And that might just be the blood in the water for Dobby. Fall from grace. The second one nails it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Angel will be moving on to the second round of this tournament. Angel looking to start off his year right with a win and with a championship around his waist. Gaelic Angel picks up the win, the first match of Season 2. And I mean, you can't give anything but your props to Dobby. That powerbomb off the top rope, I thought it could have been over. But Angel had just a little bit left in the tank, and that was obviously Dobby running empty there. Fall from grace and finish it. Gaelic Angel will be moving on, and who will he face? We'll see one more round tonight, and that will be who will face Angel in the next round, so we'll have to see in our main event. But let's get into some idol singles competition. It is time for our second match. This match does not have a tournament, doesn't have a stipulation connected to it, but this is, you want to start off, first impressions are all about making the correct step forward, the right foot forward, and this is the match that these two idols are going to want to have. It is starting off with Emrys Morgana. Emrys Morgana came in quite late to Season 1, immediately aligning herself with both Merlin and Garreth. Merlin, a former two-time Icon Division champion. Garreth, Unported, a former Icon Division champion. The missing piece to this puzzle is Emrys Morgana gaining an Idol Division championship. But unfortunate for Emrys Morgana, she is not in the running for an Idol Division championship this early, and she will have to wait. But of course, where Emrys goes, her lapdogs aren't too far behind her. Merlin and Garreth accompanying her to the ring to make sure that Emrys Morgana starts this season off right with a win. Emrys Morgana with the group of Wizard King behind her. Merlin was unable to capture the Icon Division Championship on our last show. Inside 300 pounds of steel. 300 pounds of steel against Bonk, and Emrys Morgana is going to go up against the artist formerly known as Eunice. It is Blueness. Blueness didn't have a lot of luck in championships last season for Season 1, but they are looking to bring home a championship this season, and they're looking to add and give some refined attitude, some elegance to the Idol Division that she feels they are oh so lacking. Blueness was the winner of the Ultimate Openweight Tournament, got a Openweight Championship opportunity, but was unable to pick up the win for that championship. But they won the tournament. That is on their record. They won, and that will be an annual tournament that we will do to determine who is the Ultimate Openweight Champion, or the Ultimate Openweight winner, and that winner will earn their shot at an Openweight Championship match. But this match has no championship on the line. Blueness off the ropes, Inzaguri showing off early, and I think Blueness is going to have a crazy season this year. I think that they are going to really pop off. They didn't really get an opportunity to show off last season, as they are right now, completely controlling the pace of this match from opening bell so far. But of course, commentators curse Emrys Morgana. We could see some big things from Emrys this season as well. Scoop, slam. Blueness has definitely been a dark horse in the Idol Division. Ooh, playing a little bit of mind games, doing a backflip. But Emrys seems to not care, getting a little bit cocky. You better watch out! Head first into concrete. That's how you end your season pretty early, with a concussion right in front of the French-Canadian commentators booth. Emrys Morgana's eyes got to be rolling to the back of her skull with that one. Ooh, arm drag. Using the momentum Blueness had against them, Emrys gets into the ring. Emrys says, I'm going to break you. A threat I wouldn't take too lightly, as Emrys is one of those people that really know how to get each pressure point and really wear you down. As I say, immediately leg submission hold. This is Emrys's specialty. And targeting the legs of Blueness. Blueness is a high-flying machine. They are known for getting up to that top rope and jumping off it and doing all sorts of flips. You gotta target. If you target that leg, it makes it a lot more difficult for Blueness to be able to pull off those moves. So expertly done by Emrys. Sweeps the leg, goes for an early cover. Referee slightly out of position, only a 1 count though. A little bit too early to call it. Double stomp rolled through in the corner with a clothesline. Knocking Blueness down into a power bomb in the corner. Kip up though. And now going straight back to that leg. Expertly done, as I said earlier. Straight back. Best case scenario, you get a tap out. Worst case scenario, you're wearing down that leg. You're pulling out those ligaments, damaging that knee. Making it hard to bend, but it looks like Blueness is showing no wear there. And neither is Emrys, as she just shoots right back up. Blueness. Ooh, looking for a butterfly powerbomb, maybe. Reversal into a clothesline. And Emrys continue to grab at the legs of Blueness. Emrys, Merlin, and Garreth will do whatever it takes to win these matches. Whether it means bending the rules if they have to. And Emrys is definitely going to be looking for a title opportunity this year. And I imagine she's not just going to wait, but she's going to try to take it. Sends Blueness off the ropes. Jumps over again. Ooh, spinning back elbow to Blueness, taking her off her feet, or taking them off their feet, excuse me. And a near fall for Emrys Morgana, nearly taking their first win of the season. Maybe looking to apply the hemlock, but Blueness has it scouted. Off the ropes, drop kick straight through. Those kicks were looking a little bit weak, but I think maybe Blueness is getting back some of that steam. Maybe Blueness is feeling the effects. Blue Moon! Blue Moon off the top, whipping around. 2 kick out though, a solid 2 count. Emrys kicking out with authority. Blueness nearly taking it. Now Blueness is going to take their opportunity to target the leg of Emrys Morgana. Just getting on Emrys's nerves, twisting the neck. Just taking it slow, slowing it down, brother. The one that controls the pace of the match is the one that controls how much stamina and how much breath they're using, but you've got to watch it. You don't want to give your opponents too much time to rest as well as yourself. You want to just find that sweet spot where you can catch your breath and keep your opponents lacking. Emrys Morgana, kick again to the face. And now Blueness going to try and create some space, get in between the ropes, but it looks like Emrys might have some idea in her mind. Ramming Emrys off the apron onto the floor in front of the French-Canadian commentators. Working over the arm. Targeting that arm. That's the Blue Moon arm. That's the arm that Emrys uses for the Blueness uses for the Blue Moon. Emrys going back into the ring. Blueness following. Other way around, but you get it. Ooh, now Emrys is going off the ropes. I don't think we see that too often. We have, I think, a couple times. It's a similar move that Garreth uses. But of course, Emrys, that's not her specialty, so she kind of crashes and burns with that one. Gonna continue to work over these legs, targeting them. If Blueness can't do something about that quick, they're not even gonna be able to stand. Hemlock again though. And look at these kicks. They're looking weak. It looks like the leg damage might be showing. Spine buster. And now Blueness looking tired, but gonna get back up. Will we see a second one to put Emrys away? Blue Moon connects again. A little bit close to the ropes, though. This could be a rope break. 2. Referee says it's not. Emrys still kicking out, though. The second Blue Moon, and you can see it on Emrys's face. I think she's questioning whether or not she should have stayed down for that. Splash! Does not connect. Ooh. And now Emrys throwing everything that she can. Shades of Merlin there a little bit. Off the ropes. Went for a moonsault. Didn't quite get all of it, but did connect with Emrys. And now Blueness is looking to take it to the outside again. No. Playing a little bit of mind games with Emrys. You have to expect the unexpected. And that is what Blueness is looking for right here. Back into the ring. Rolls through the drop kick. Connects with her own. Could that have been enough? Could have Emrys put away Blueness there? No, of course not. And Emrys is the frustration obviously showing. Throwing a little temper tantrum in the ring. Working that leg again. Making sure that Blueness doesn't have a leg to stand on. In the corner now. Using the ropes. Referee's discretion whether or not they think that that should be allowed. You're technically not supposed to do that. Tornado DDT. Oh, and now Emrys locking in the arm submission. Twisting that shoulder. If she pulls any harder, the shoulder could dislocate out of its socket and you could break the arm. Emrys wearing down. It does not look like Blueness wants to tap yet, but Emrys is wearing down Blueness for sure. If Blueness can't end this quickly, I don't know what Emrys or what they'll be able to do. Neither of these two can't have much left in them. Emrys again looking, is it third time's the charm for the hemlock? I think it is. Hemlock applied right next to the ropes, but Blueness has got nowhere to go immediately, though. Blueness slips out of it. It doesn't look like Emrys had a strong enough hold onto it. Hurricane Rana. That could have spelt the end for Blueness, but I don't think Emrys, maybe his sweaty palms couldn't quite grab it all. Sends Emrys into the corner, head first into the turnbuckle, and now biting. Many of you may forget, but Blueness is a vampire and is biting. Emrys Morgana could cut the blood. Ooh, now just putting all their weight onto Emrys's neck and shoulders. And Blueness, I mean, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's cockiness or delirium at this point. Near fall, and Blueness is looking dejected right now. Potentially even defeated. I said earlier, his third time's the charm. Could this be it? Oh no, drop kick. Oh, Emrys rolls up Blueness for their first match of the season. And Emrys Morgana steals it right from under Blueness. Laughing right at her face. Emrys Morgana stealing the first win for her season. So Emrys is going to start her season off with a win. Blueness is going to take a 1 in the L category. For this 3 so far, 1-0. Will these 3 carry that throughout the season? The numbers game could be dominant. But we'll move on to our semi-main event of the night. Let's check it out. It is time for our third match of the night. It'll be GlitchyBasturds versus Usaino. GlitchyBasturds was the champion going into the final show of the season, but unfortunately for her, she was unable to retain that title against TeaTheShiba. Now TeaTheShiba picked up their first ever championship. I believe GlitchyBasturds 3-time Idol Division champion, 1-time Openweight champion. I mean, for Season 1, there's really not anyone who could do it better than GlitchyBasturds, and he's looking to continue that trend coming into Season 2. And Season 2 starting out this way rather than, you know, being what she once was. Glitchy has faced this participant against each other a handful of times, but it is Usaino. Usaino was unable to capture any championships going into in Season 1. Had a very, very close chance to getting a championship in the Elimination Chamber at not a Christmas show, but unfortunately for Usaino, never really just got to that point, and I think Usaino is definitely going to be looking to try and pick up wins going into this season. It's going to want to try and start off their season right. I mean, they started off Season 1 with a win over Glitchy, but this is a whole new Glitchy, whole new story. This is a 3-time champion Glitchy. 4 total championships. So, you know, this is a completely different situation for Usaino to be in. Out the gates, drop kick doesn't knock Glitchy down. It takes a little bit more to knock Glitchy down, and the force for it definitely not coming from MPW's own Bunny Bean. Usaino. DDT to Usaino. And a kick straight to the gut. I mean, Usaino has beat Glitchy before, but Glitchy also has beat Usaino before. Glitchy won her 2nd championship in the Elimination Chamber, I believe, and pinned Usaino to win it. For these two, this match has no special additives, no extra additional flavors, but it is a start for their season, and that's an important thing. You know, wins and losses are incredibly important for seeing future employment in this business, what you could potentially see in championships and opportunities. But right in front of the French-Canadian commentators, Usaino dodges the double axe handle and gets it with a punch to the gut, but bouncing Glitchy off of the commentator's table and sending Glitchy onto the floor. Usaino taking an armbar down on the outside. Referee's discretion on if they want to count during this, because sometimes referees just say let them fight on the outside. The referee's count is really just to say, hey, if you don't get in the ring and finish it in here, we will disqualify you. But a lot of referees have different mentalities on whether they count fast, whether they count slow. Some referees say get in the ring right now. I'm not dealing with this BS. And some referees say, hey, you know, let them fight, but we're gonna make sure that it finishes in the ring or it finishes right now. You know, it's like your parents. So going for a submission on the outside is a very interesting move because you can wear down your opponent as well as increase the count. You can't win by submitting your opponent on the outside, so if they tap, it doesn't count. They weren't inside the ring. This isn't Falls Count Anywhere. This is an open weight championship match. With this year comes great opportunities for all these people that were unable to get championships. And this could be an opportunity for Usaino to start off their year undefeated. I mean, a lot of the undefeated people early on, SleepyPengu, Dancing with Draven, they went undefeated for a while, and SleepyPengu won 2 championships, 2 Icon Division championships. Draven won 2 Idol Division championships. So that could, like, if you pick up some steam early on, that could earn you a lot of opportunities and maybe bode well for you. Bunny hop, Pele kick all the way up to the top for a bunny stomp. Usaino systematically just destroying Glitchy for the cover. Could put Glitchy away here. No. Glitchy kicks out just barely. Usaino is just in complete control, targeting this leg, trying to chop the tree trunks with these elbows. Targeting the legs. Targeting Glitchy's legs is similar to why Eunice or Blueness's legs getting targeted was dangerous, but in a totally different way, because when it comes to large competitors like Glitchy's like the tallest member of anybody in all the rosters. You know, bigger they are, the harder they fall. If you can get them off their balance, you could do some crazy damage to them. Double choke bomb to Usaino. Double goozle in him. And Glitchy tossing Usaino. I mean, that doesn't take too much to do for Glitchy, but that's like a car crash for Usaino. Glitchy going up top. Could she be looking for a double axe handle again? Thinks against it this time. Just picks up Usaino like a baby, bouncing them off the turnbuckle and tossing them again like a sack of shit. This time, maybe Usaino wasn't in a good enough position, but this time, Glitchy back up top. Clothesline from Glitchy. It looked like Usaino's arm might have twisted there. Usaino might have broken their arm, but it's not going to keep them down for very long. They get back up. Kick out at 2. Moonsault into an inverted DDT from Usaino. Goes for the cover on Glitchy and near fall again. Usaino looking for that desperation pin, I think. It doesn't look like Usaino's taking too much wear, but I think a lot of these attacks that Glitchy has been dealing to them is just very painful. So you want to end that match quick because you just want to make the pain end. But it looks like Usaino has a lot left in the tank, which is a good sign for them. Kicks him right off, though. GlitchyBasturds, just the behemoth goozles Usaino for a frame drop. Plants Usaino, and like I said, they had some left in the tank, but it might have just been removed. No, Usaino kicking out at 2 again, and Glitchy doesn't seem like she can believe it. Misses the punch. Usaino was just a little bit too short. Off the ropes. Oh, sling blade. I thought it was going to be a clothesline, but a sling blade by Usaino. And planting Glitchy. Can Usaino put Glitchy away? She's in position for the bunny stomp, the second one of the match. Can that be enough? I think it will be for Glitchy. No, a solid 2 count again. Everybody is running on fumes, fighting till their last breath for this start of Season 2. Nobody wants to start their season out with a negative. Everybody wants a win. Usaino over the top, flying forearm to the floor. But that control was not was short-lived. Excuse me, trying to think of words. The control of the match was short-lived. So you can ask yourself if that high-risk, high-reward move was really that rewarding. Glitchy feeling the crowd behind them. Usaino up and over. A miscalculation from the bunny. Crashing and burning on the outside. Referee resets the count. I think that might have done a lot more damage to Usaino than we think. Usaino's looking slow now. Picks Usaino up and gonna leave them hanging to dry. Goes for the cover. I think this actually might be it. Usaino took a lot of damage on the outside. No. And I think Glitchy thought that was it as well. I think Glitchy is one big move away, looking for that sidewalk slam, rolled through it. Headbutt. A vicious headbutt. Tip up. There it goes. Basement drop kick. Talk about the balance of the big man. And by the big man, I mean Glitchy, the big woman. That balance was taken out of them with all the damage done to the legs. UnchainedAwesome using that to their advantage and was able to take them right out from under them, take their weight right out from under them. Off the ropes. Pop-up punch. Throwing out everything in their arsenal, just trying to get something to put away each other. No, UnchainedAwesome gets that shoulder up again. And Glitchy's trying not to let the frustration consume her. Trying to go up top. UnchainedAwesome unable to stop it. Clothesline. UnchainedAwesome might be in a whole different dimension right now. They might have been out cold on their feet, but now they're definitely feeling the pain. Snap back into it. Maybe that was a little bit of hubris. Maybe a mistake not going for the pin from Glitchy as UnchainedAwesome picks up steam here in the corner for a second bunny hop Pele kick of the night. Very close one. Pele kick connects. UnchainedAwesome hesitant to go for the pin, maybe thinking of going for the bunny stomp to truly put it away, but it is just barely enough. UnchainedAwesome barely had enough left in the tank to put away Glitchy, and starting off their season with a victory. 1-0 for the bunny. I'm starting to see seeds of a new UnchainedAwesome. A different kind of creature, I think, is awoken in UnchainedAwesome, and that was just the beginning. But we will move on to our main event of the night for Season 2. How will the first episode end? We'll see how it goes next. All right, it is time for your main event of the evening for the first episode of Season 2. We're going to cap it off, and it's going to be UnchainedAwesome. I mean, we're going to finish off the first episode of Season 2 how we started the first episode of Season 1 with this man, UnchainedAwesome. He's hoping that he can start his season a little bit different than he started his Season 1. In Season 1, Unchained opened the show for the first ever episode of MPW against MerlinGTB in a tables match. And let's just say that Unchained was picking out slivers all rest of the week till the next show. Unchained got his back put straight into a table, and he's going to look to finish this main event with a win. Chain's friend and sort of partner, I guess. We don't really know their relationship, I guess, at this point right now, but Gaelic Angel picked up their win in the #1 Contenders tournament. And this will actually be the second match of the first round for the Icon Division #1 Contenders tournament. And his opponent will be Dragthulu. Dragthulu had a very good Season 1, seeing some championships. But unfortunately for Dragthulu, he was unable to keep that championship till the very end. But his best friend in the biz at least, I don't know his personal life, Bonk, is the one holding the Icon Division Championship. And I mean, this would definitely be it would definitely be a conflict of interest for Dragthulu. If he won this #1 contendership match, he would have to go up against his friend that he both helped get to this point and also had him help him. So maybe, a friendly match for the championship, or we could see friendships being broken if Dragthulu moves on. But of course, it's no simple feat for Dragthulu. He's got to get through Chain first, which Chain is not one to be underestimated. I think he's a little bit of an ass, but for Unchained, like, he gets stuff done. Unchained was a former Icon Division champion, so definitely could see that happen again. I believe the second Icon Division champion of all time. Dragthulu had this issue at the beginning of Season 1 where he was almost obsessed with his win-loss record. And now that the slate is wiped clean, will he have that same obsession? Because of course this is a new Dragthulu, as much as this is a new UnchainedAwesome. These aren't the new plucky up-and-comer, young up-and-comers, you know, happy, excited to start their new career. These are veterans. These are people that have fought through an entire season, won, lost championships, won championships. It was a bunch of different stuff. All new people. They know a lot about each other, but in between seasons, they've been learning stuff. During the seasons, in between the seasons, they've been learning stuff, trying to... Oh, super kick to the back of the head. They've been honing their craft to be the ultimate wrestling machines. And Unchained, Unchained looks like he let go of that pin, says he's not done yet. Saying, I'll choose when we can get a pin. And he gets a little bit of that cannonball dive right in front of the French-Canadian commentators, but also looked like he might have taken some damage there. Back body drop onto the concrete from Dragthulu, and I think this is going to be a hard-hitting match. The winner of this match as well will face Gaelic Angel in the second round for the #1 contendership tournament. Angel and Chain have had somewhat of a working relationship towards the end of Season 1. Will that cause conflicts if Chain wins this match? For Angel's sake, you gotta hope that... He's probably hoping that Dragthulu just wins, makes it less complicated for the two of them. And we've seen a lot of new stuff. Ooh, busted open this season. A lot of new moves being pulled out from many different competitors. Will we see some... I mean, we saw that new spinny move. I've never seen Chain do that before. But, will we see anything extraordinarily new from these two? Dragthulu going up top, but Chain battered, bleeding, and battered, beaten, and bruising, and bloody, gets off and prevents Dragthulu from jumping off the top. Sorry, my commentary's not great. I'm still trying to shake off the match I had with ShmeepsWorld. Leg lariat misses. And now Dragthulu running the ropes, but Chain unable to capitalize, but here he goes. Chops, punches, and kicks. Oh my, indeed, as Dragthulu pulls Chain over, trying to get him onto these ropes, but Chain is not going to allow it. These two have fought each other for the championship before. They've fought each other for #1 contenderships before. These two are very familiar. They're some of our veteran members. Shotgun dropkick in the roster. And Chain going for the cannonball again. This time he gets all of it. Crashing right into Dragthulu. Putting all of his weight into that one. Just lobbing him with punches, knocking the sweat right off him, blocking those ones, but pierces the armor. Does Dragthulu with that one. Four count. Could we see our first count out of the season? Could we see the first ever double disqualification? Probably not. They're pretty good at getting back into the ring. Black hole slam onto the floor. 6 count sends Dragthulu and Chain send each other in. Kick out at 1. Chain gets that shoulder up very quickly. Way too early to call it for Unchained. But Dragthulu maybe thinks differently. Dragon suplex hooks the bridge pin. Ooh, near fall for Chain. I said it's way too early to call it, but Dragthulu maybe. We can already see the ending. Ooh, went for the Abyssal Tombstone, went to grab him. Leg lariat, but Chain said no. Chain had that one scouted. On the top rope, flying sheepdog headbutt straight to the chin. Horns straight to the chin, clipping Dragthulu for the win. No, Dragthulu kicks out. Chain's got to be careful where he puts his hands. They might get caught in his horns. Chain thought the sheepdog headbutt might have been it. Clothesline. The king of the lariato. Sweeps the leg. Chain in full control here, full steam. ahead for UnchainedAwesome. UnchainedAwesome over the top for a third time. No, a third is not the charm for Unchained. And he's risking it all, slipping and falling. And Dragthulu is just going to take this opportunity to take complete control and complete advantage in this match. Chain rolls through this time. Super kick! Twisting the chin of Dragthulu in a single leg drop kick. Trading feet. Trading two delicious feet. Sends Unchained back into the ring at a 7. Elbow drop. Dragthulu and Chain, who's going to start off with a win for this season? The second Dragon Suplex, dumping Chain on his neck. And maybe Dragthulu thinks it might be the end, pulling him away from the ropes. Or maybe just trying to get Chain in a better position as he's eyeing Unchained up for the Abyssal. Tombstone perpendicular to the ropes, but trying to block the hands. Ref says no, feet touching the ropes for Dragthulu. That could have been his opportunity to win, but just too close to the ropes. He took a gamble with that one. Super kick again from Chain. Onto the middle ropes. Oh, a little bit too short. Maybe looking for a leg lariat. Not quite sure, but landed on the back of his head. The already damaged head of Unchained catching him. Fall away slam. Chain's going to have to try something big to put away Dragthulu. And as I say that, Chainmaker! Chainmaker to Dragthulu to put him away, to move on in the tournament. To meet Gaelic Angel in the second round. Could super kick again. But the lights go out and Dragthulu is standing right behind Chain, taking advantage of the distraction. But he fails to capitalize there. He fails to capitalize again. Chainmaker. Dragthulu might have just been discombobulated. 2, 3, and UnchainedAwesome picks up the win. He will be facing Gaelic Angel in the second round. The lights have gone out again. B.A. Tycho. What is B.A. Tycho doing for... He's goozling him. Choke slam to Chain. What does B.A. Tycho have with UnchainedAwesome? And he just flattened the winner. That was the end of the first episode of Season 2 for MPW. I'm your host and sole commentator, and I'll see you guys next week. What the hell was that?